We're on our way to Rockwood, Pennsylvania. This is towards Pittsburgh, but it's not quite that far. It's kind of near Somerset. My dad and I have been there to Somerset a couple times for auctions. We're going to look at a van. This is a Chevy Astro that I, over the phone, over messaging, have negotiated the owner down to $400. He's selling it for parts because he said it would not pass inspection because it's pretty rusty underneath. He's saying that it needs brake lines, and also not just that, the underbody is pretty rusted. So he also said that the powertrain is good. The engine, transmission, the all-wheel drive, everything's fine. It was his daily driver. It's an older gentleman. It's his daily driver up until May of this year, I think he said. So we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully it is nice enough to make it home 124 miles. It's about a 2-hour drive. But regardless, we're going to look at a $400 Astro van, so stay tuned. Something that I am observing, and I have, look at, he's like, man, this hill is way too big for me. Way too big for me. Oh, it's broke down on the side of the road. It's a Tacoma. How is that possible? Probably couldn't handle the hill. 2.7 liter Tacoma. Worst, it's already as slow as a sloth in a quicksand pit. Going up hills is absolutely dreadful in this truck. It's just hates the hills, but we're making it, we're making it, we're making it, we're making it. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Looks like we've pretty much made it. We're right down the street, and we are in the middle of nowhere on a very narrow road. That this place is 2 hours from home, and it's in the middle of the mountains. Like, supposedly this thing has...
Only 2 hours away. It's not really that far away.
No, I mean, it seemed like longer because of the roads, but it'll also seem like longer if you have a vehicle with no brakes. We're gonna see if this thing has brakes or if it does not have brakes. To be continued.
He just got out. He's gonna go and I think he's calling the guy that owns the truck right there. Let him know he's here. I guess he's inside the house or what, but we shall see what happens. We literally are in the middle of nowhere. There's like a few houses here. This one. There's Elijah back there. My ears have been popping, like, a lot. Like, you feel kind of like, that didn't even help.
We are about halfway home now with this 1998 Chevy Astro all-wheel drive passenger van. The van is actually surprising me in the sense that it hasn't broken down yet. The only thing really I've noticed when driving it is that, obviously, as I mentioned, the brakes are horrible. They go to the floor and they're almost practically not there. I did put brake fluid in it, and that did help. So it's enough to kind of help me wean it home. Going 55 to 65, I've even gotten it up to about 70 on this highway here that we're on. And like I said, about an hour and a half in, about halfway home, we had to stop a couple times for gas, put about $20 of gas, $30 of gas in it. But so far, we're making our way, and it hasn't stopped yet. I can't believe this stupid thing made it here, seriously. So we just made it home. I put it in the garage next to Bill, the 95 Astro. And really, it's gonna be kind of sad in a sense to see this thing go to the scrapyard because the engine ran perfectly fine. It didn't overheat. It starts right up. I'm gonna start it up for you guys. Idles smoothly. The transmission shifts smoothly. really the only things that are, and they're big things, so I say like the only things, like it's just this petty little tiny thing wrong. Really the only things that need to be addressed on the van are the brakes, because the brakes go all the way to the floor, but you can see that it does stop the van. It's just that you have to be mindful of how weak the brakes are. Now, I'm gonna give a little bit of a walk around of this. Got a little rattle noise. I don't know if it's like a pulley or if it's like a metal shield or something underneath, but my original plans for this thing were to go check it out. If it was nice enough to drive, then drive it home, take the front grille and lights off of it, take pretty much anything that I could utilize for Bill, and take it off. Like these tail lights, I personally thought these tail lights were kind of cool. I thought they would look good on the 95 Astro. It does have the barn doors here. I always kind of like the setup of the barn doors on these vans. You can see how rusty it is underneath here. There are a lot of spots where it's not like totally rotted, it's just heavily pitted, but then you have other spots that are just completely shot. Up in here is where it tends to get really heavily pitted. But look at these body panels. The underneath is rusted, but the body panels aren't rusted. For $400, I'm kind of impressed, really. This thing is a piece of garbage. Really, I'm looking at this thing and I'm just thinking to myself, like, the brake lines are extremely like rotted. So I wouldn't drive this thing anywhere. I wouldn't recommend driving it anywhere, but it just drove 130 miles, so I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say right now, because I don't know. Here it is, 98 Astro, $400. We might as well take you guys on a little drive just to show you that it does move. This window, if you roll it down, it does not go back up unless you're willing to wait 5 years for it to go back up. It was down about halfway and it started raining on the way home. And what I did was I put it up like an inch, and then like 10 minutes later, the window would let me do it another inch. There's like a short in the power window or something, I don't know. The transmission shifts smoothly. I did have it on the highway going 65, 70 miles an hour. I think I even got up to like 75 at certain points, and it did okay. I think it does need idler arms, because whenever I'd hit a bump, sometimes I'd feel a little like shake, but
another vehicle, man.
take a look at it.
Where'd you get this piece of shit?
Walk around, look at it. Walk around, look at it.
All I have to do is look at this.
Keep looking at it.
And Bugs, what are you drive? Are you going to people's woods and buying their cars?
Basically, walk around it and look at it.
I am looking at it. How many miles does it have on it? 200 and something thousand?
This is not.
Did those come off of here?
Yes, they did.
Which tells me that a young person owned this, not an old person, so it's probably been not cared for, because the old person don't care about those new LED lights, but
at some
they
point
don't look good on that.
Possibly, yes.
Okay, we got hillbilly and camouflage tape here to hold on. What is that? What?
That's a tow hitch.
Did somebody do it? Is that like a MIG weld? Somebody tried to do a MIG weld, but it wasn't enough to attach? I hope somebody paid you to take it to the junkyard to get it off the property.
There's not much to see back here.
There's not much to see anywhere so far.
I'm not trying to get you to be pleased or impressed with the cleanliness of this one. This is clearly part for parts.
Of this one? How did you get it here?
So
You followed her, him.
she followed me.
Those are rotted down there. This has been flooded. This is rotted. So I see this is one of those cars that you have to have fluids on hand to get it to where you want to go.
Yes.
How did you get here without the brakes going out?
I don't know. I drove this. The brakes are pretty much...
Where was it? Up in a mountain top?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is this like something like one of the mountain men had before they went on and did the mountain men show? Because I could tell when people have things in the woods. This was in the woods or something, wasn't it? Another vehicle in the woods.
It was out there. Yeah, I know.
And it made it home?
It made it. It made it.
Where's the key?
I have respect for it just because it made it home.
Oh, you have respect for it. Where's the key?
Here, right here.
I'm hoping you didn't pay anything above $500.
I paid $400 for it.
There's a brand new pack of batteries, brand new.
Oh,
And this find that you found. This is a bit set. You have a whole a brand new bit set.
one.
4-bit. You got one big, one small, regular, one big, one small Phillips, and then you have this adapter.
Nuts.
This is why sons need dads, because you miss. This is a gold mine. That's money.
Crazy, I know, isn't it?
There's some
Caution tape.
caution tape if you breaks
down.
What is that?
It's from the Mountain Valley Bible Church.
Do you have a good memory?
It's a cardboard
No,
maintenance
we're going to
record.
check this out. Just to see.
Oh, let's start up, see what the preacher
Whoa.
says.
Wait a second. Is this the tuner?
What? You got to be sensitive with it. Watch.
Never work, and they've got
See? You push it in. There you go.
No, go back. The sound system was.
had some fun.
It's got a good audio system. Put this in.
See if it works.
See what the preacher says.
There you go. New find.
Good find.
How many miles?
117,000.
You just made how long a trip?
130 miles.
2 hours, right?
2 hours, yep. Put about 30 bucks in gas in it. I'll get some more videos of this in the future if you guys have any content requested. This is going to be kind of fun while I do have it, because it is running and it is able to be smashed around a little bit before we ditch it. So go ahead and comment your thoughts below. Let me know your thoughts of this van, this video. Rate the video before you go, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe today if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one.